Hi, my name's Noel Smith, and I have been involved in the fitness industry now for around 20 years. I've been a fully qualified personal trainer for 8 years, and in that time, I've managed to open three gyms around the country. I've ran and promoted my own highly successful fitness and bikini show here in Ireland called X of S, and I've actually had my own health and fitness magazine as well for a couple of years. I've produced hundreds of results as a personal trainer with my clients, and even went on to gain my pro card with the WBFF. Whilst I still have my own highly successful personal training studio, I now help other PTs grow their businesses with Elevate.
Hey guys, my name is Seamus. I'm one half of Elevate, and I started as a personal trainer 13 years ago here as a bodybuilder. I then created a boot camp on a beach with 10 people, and that quickly grew to over 100 in the space of a few months. So I opened my first premises, which was here, and then we changed and outgrew that within 10 months to meet demand, which was here in this picture. In that time, I've coached Premier League footballers, professional boxers, and I won Young Businessman of the Year in 2016. I now coach fit pros like you to create healthy, profitable fitness businesses. Hey guys, so it's Seamus and Noel here from Elevate, obviously. So what we're going to do is we're going to take you through a few slides today, and we're going to show you how you can 4x your prices without being a slave to clients. Okay, so how to 4x your prices without being a slave to clients. Now, what we see a lot is when we work with personal trainers, when they come in through our system, is they're burning out. They don't know how to make a transition over to a better model. And this is what we're going to take you through.
So, guys, let's look firstly at 10 reasons why 90% of personal trainers never make it past 12 months. Number one, we've actually written down that basically constantly writing out new programs and taking every session, like that's a lot of time. And that's what we do see, that we kind of spend more time focusing on the background stuff that gets us there instead of focusing on the business and growing it.
Yeah. I think a lot of personal trainers, they just fall into the category of thinking that they have to do every single thing. And this is why they end up burning out, because you're probably familiar with a lot of these, and you are writing all the programs, you are taking all the sessions, you are answering every client with the same answer, usually through WhatsApp. There's always a touch point with a client, and you're constantly getting overwhelmed. You're never ever getting a minute to yourself. And it does lead to burnout, it does lead to frustration, and it leads to you packing it in, or what 90% of PTs do is they pack it in because they don't see another way. They don't see how they can actually change their business model around.
Like, all this stuff's important. Programs are clearly an important thing as well, but looking for the next program that works is something that can get lost. You can get lost in a rabbit hole almost. You think that that's going to pull in new clients, but potentially it isn't what someone's looking for. Your first program was probably good enough, and that wasn't the issue of why your business wasn't growing.
Yeah. So number three, again, you're trying to figure out how Sandra isn't losing any weight or why she's not getting results. You're constantly getting caught up changing nutrition plans. You're constantly trying to figure out the answers. You're constantly trying to work with every single client through every single need. And again, it leads to more frustration. It leads to you questioning yourself, your ability as a coach, your ability as a personal trainer. And am I able to get the client's results? And how does that impact you? And how does that impact your business? Well, it impacts it massively, because we're eating up so much time, wasting so much energy, doing things that we don't necessarily need to do. Of course, we need to get results, but there's better ways of doing it. There's better systems, and you can automate so much of that stuff.
100%. I know when I started out, it was Word documents, and it was a nightmare. It was really long-winded, and it took up a lot of my time. I probably spent more time doing that than I did personal training.
Yeah. And then another thing that we're seeing with a lot of personal trainers is constantly worrying about social media content, worrying about marketing. Now, if you're not already bombarded by writing programs and taking sessions, trying to figure out how you can get Sandra to lose weight, then you have to worry about all your social media content, have to worry about all your marketing, maybe trying to fumble around with Facebook ads, hitting boosted posts, putting all the same stuff out over and over again and getting no response.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure. Like, we get desperate, and that's when the Facebook ads thing starts. We know, well, hold on, everyone that's doing well is running Facebook ads. Therefore, I need to start putting money into Facebook ads, but we've no idea of structure or objective or anything else. So we just hit the blue boost button, the big shiny blue boost button, and hope that people are just going to connect with you because you've done that, and it doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen, yeah, and then you get even more stressed, and you're worried, and then you're wondering why clients are leaving, or you're worrying if clients are leaving, or how am I actually getting clients. And again, it's overwhelm. It's constantly what we see: overwhelm, overwhelm, overwhelm. They don't know, personal trainers who are getting to this stage, they just don't know or see another way out. And again, it's why a lot of people are burning out.
Yeah, retention definitely drops. Like you're doing 20, 30 hours on the floor. You've no time to talk to clients outside of that. You do start getting stressed out because you're no downtime at all. And therefore, people kind of tend to leave you because the promises haven't been fulfilled.
Yeah. A lot of PTs are focusing solely on hourly rates. And a lot of PTs still think that cash is king. Working hour after hour after hour, living out of Tupperware boxes. And again, not seeing that there's another way, not seeing that you can make a switch very, very quickly and make a massive change to your business. And if you're constantly applying this type of method, if you're constantly doing so much of this over and over and over again, then it is no wonder that 90% of PTs never make it past 12 months, because possibly they don't even get a chance to invest in themselves. They don't get a chance to invest in their business, and then they collapse, basically.
Yeah, for sure. When I started out in the game, it was like £20 an hour. No one else had a different package, so everyone just done the same thing and just hoped that this was the best way to do it, because no one wanted to commit to more an hour, and we just wanted that £20. It was going in the bank. It was going in my back pocket because it was fearful that there was no more coming. Yeah. So you need to stop focusing on that. That is one of the massive things that we teach our clients as soon as they come in.
Yeah, for sure. So what is broke? Well, I suppose all of it and none of it. If you do want to keep up with this type of way of running your business, then keep going. But you can guarantee that you're going to be in no stats. But if you do want to grow and improve, and you do want better client retention, you want to increase your monthly revenue, clients' results, then keep watching.
We're not saying everyone, like some people are quite happy to do that. Some people are quite happy in their business right now, and they're not looking for 10K a month. They're not looking for growth. They like that kind of full diary thing, and it just works for them. Yeah. So it isn't for everyone, but let's look at, right, potentially if you did want to earn 10K a month and you were working from an hourly rate. So basically, if you don't believe it's possible, then you're probably best just completely switching off now, because you're not going to believe what happens after this. And to be fair, the people that don't think it's possible, the reason being is because they're working off an hourly rate, because the average PT charges between £20 and £25 an hour. So let's take it like it's $22.50 roughly. All right. So at that rate, if we wanted to earn 10K a month, we need to literally work it's actually over 111 hours per week. Easy. Wee buns. So let's take a Sunday off to chill. Now you need to work 19 hours a day. Hey, wee buns, you can do that.
19 hours a day, which gets you around 5 hours sleep. If you possibly sleep in the gym, which if you're a gym rat and you're proud of, then you'll be happy days doing that.
No breaks, no food, no. Yeah. Listen, it doesn't work like that. Like it makes sense that people are going, no, this is impossible. You can't get 10K a month. Well, if you're stuck in that mindset, you definitely can't, and it is impossible. Yeah, right. So let's just take a wee second to understand and listen to someone that's went through that pattern, that had that mindset to start with, and has now completely changed that around.
Yeah, Pierce is a client of ours, and he's had fantastic results. And through our system, we've been able to show him exactly how you make that transition. So what you can do is listen to Pierce and he'll explain.
And we'll be back on the other side of this video to explain what happens next.
Yeah, so whenever I started, so I was, I'd only just come back to PTing after about 8 months away from it. I was getting to the exact point that I was in when I went away from PTing, where I was working 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., absolutely flat out, just one-to-one sessions, had no life, wasn't even making that much money for the amount of hours I was doing. Like I was literally in the gym 6 a.m. to 10 every single day of the week. Wasn't making that much money. Was starting to burn out again, and was starting wasn't falling out of love with it, because I came back to it because I realized when I was in that other job how much I loved it. But I just knew it was getting to a point where I wasn't going to be able to sustain what I was doing again, because I was just running myself into the ground, had no life. My now wife, we weren't married then, but my now wife had just moved over from Glasgow, wasn't even getting to spend any time with her. my life was just being spent inside the gym. I think it was the transition over to small group PT, which I absolutely love now. That's what my business is solely based around now. We don't do any one-to-one here. So I think it was that transition. I actually can remember, conversations, and can remember you first telling me when we were sitting in the wee cafe, we were in the Mexican deli, and you telling me that I needed to go down the route of small group, and I was kind of going, fuck, I don't know about that. Like, it's not, didn't really know many people doing small group, didn't know how it was going to work. I remember being a wee bit skeptical of it, but at the same time, it was like, I'm going to do it because I'm paying you money to help me fix things, and you just being there. So it's like, I'm going to do it anyway. And then, so that transition going from one-to-one to now where we're doing small groups, like we're nearly every single session now is maxed out. We've 8 every single session. We only work, we only have 8-9 sessions a day now. I'm not stuck in the gym all day, every day anymore. Like even there today, like I'm in the gym today, so I'm sitting in the office at the minute, but I'm finished now. I started at 8 o'clock and I'm finished. Whereas before I was getting in on a Saturday trying to squeeze more clients in. And working to like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon just to try and fit more clients in because there's no space for people.
Yeah, so just to actually point out, Pierce is sitting in his own gym. So when
Yep.
Pierce was with us, he was a personal trainer, he was a freelancer in somebody else's gym.
Yep.
And within the space of 4 or 5 months, Pierce then opened up his own studio, raised a bar in Belfast, which, as he says, is flat the mat. It's one thing about Pierce, and both Noah and myself and Pierce knows, is Pierce took action on every single thing that we said. Yeah. And everything that we did say, we put it on the action, and things just happened.
Yeah.
So the success that you do have now at the minute, Pierce, is fantastic. Like,
so like I've doubled from whenever I started with you guys at probably in the region of about maybe 40 one-to-one clients, and then 20, 30 in the boot camp. So I had 60, 70 clients. And I've doubled that. So, and that was with usings, that was, once I opened up the facility, I think pretty much within the space of about a month and a half, it doubled.
Yeah.
I went from 60, 70 clients to now where we're sitting at consistently 120 clients every single month now. We never drop away from that number. Yeah, we lose a few people every month, which happens, not very many because the results we get out of people. That's but they're always being replaced with new people coming in. So we're consistently sitting at that number at the minute, which is great.
In terms of revenue, Pierce, what was the changes from starting?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, like so I'll talk numbers because it does matter to people, but I went from earning probably £2,000-3,000 a month to now bringing in 13,000-14,000 a month. Now, obviously, I've got expenses and stuff out of that. I've just took on my second member of staff. Obviously, the cost of running the gym and everything that we'll have in place costs money, but I'm obviously in a much better financial position than I was. And that 2 to 3 grand that I was making, I had to pay gym rent out of, had to pay my own rent. I wasn't left for much at the end of the month, and which was mad considering the amount of hours I was putting in. It was crazy. Even clients who've been with me from back when I was doing the one-to-one have noticed a massive change in even the service they are getting because of the amount of free time I have. Like I've been sitting there the last 2 weeks, doing ebooks on nutrition and welcome packs and everything for people. So the service that people are now getting because I'm not having to physically coach every single session anymore is probably, it's doubled. The quality of service they're getting is far better as well. Plus, obviously for me, free time, like we've just bought a house there, and I know that like normally I'd be shitting myself going like, where am I finding the time to move? Whereas I'm going like, I have loads of time now. Like there's no rush. I can take it easy and get things moving. So it's good that like the amount of freedom I've got's insane compared to what I was doing. Like,
so guys, you can see that it is actually possible when we switch from that one-to-one, that $22.50 an hour scheme. It can happen for you. Yeah. And Pierce is no different to anyone else that's coming into that system that believed in that old model. It was just that transition from that mindset and that model that changed everything around.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, like if you want to earn 10k a month, and it is a real goal and more, at the end of the day, 10k a month seems to be some type of figure that is banded about in the fitness industry for some reason as the holy grail. It's not. Okay, but if you want to get to 10k a month and get past it, then we need to see how we can actually do that. We need to be aware of how it can actually happen. And that's what we do with people when they come into our system. We show them exactly how to do it.
So let's look at a typical situation of a personal trainer that does come on board with us. And Pierce probably did fall into this as well. Basically, client sees a trainer on Facebook or a friend refers them, the client makes contact with the personal trainer, and then the trainer basically takes out his book, his diary, whatever he has, and says, right, let's get a consultation. Or some of the times it's let's get started, and gets a time slot, gets a day for them. They basically decide when they want to train, how often they want to train, and the trainer basically takes them on board because they need clients. And if they're lucky, they might take the money up front, which 90% of the time didn't happen with me anyway.
Very rarely happens.
Or usually what happened with me is at the end of the week, I was standing with my hand out, waiting for the money to happen. And
yeah, waiting for your clients to turn up on a Friday, which is usually the day they say, oh, I can't make it, I'm sick, or my car broke down, or I have a flat tire, or I have this, that, and the other. We've all heard the excuses, guys, I'm sure you know, which is completely demoralizing. Because
absolutely demoralizing.
Yeah, now you're looking for your money that you've worked hard for all week and that you haven't got, which you need to pay bills, you need to get food, you need to do whatever it may be, and it's just not right. It's not, at the end of the day, it's no way to run your business.
And then at the end of the week, you basically put a post on Facebook or put a post in your group or whatever it is. They say, clients, get in contact with me now and book your slots. And you have no idea who's going to book. And you don't know how many times they're going to book. So you have no predictability of any type of income.
Yeah. And this is where, again, this is where a lot of personal trainers are falling short. And this is what they're still doing.
Yeah.
They're still applying this model. And this is why sometimes they can't see another way out and why they stop. Because they don't know that there's another method available, basically.
And who controls that model? The client controls that model. That's
Yeah.
completely in the client's hands.
Exactly. So problems with this model, obviously, is first and foremost, are you going to get results? Because at the end of the day, you're in a results-based industry and you need to be getting clients' results, end of.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're not able to get clients' results, you aren't going to be in business. It's that simple.
No. And the results thing is, at the minute, in that model, the client's dictating them. Because they're telling you, oh, I can train 1 day this week, I can train 2 next week. And you know that doesn't work. Every personal trainer that's watching this knows that that's not going to get the result that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So why let them do it?
Yeah. Next one is, like we just discussed, are you going to get paid? So, like, if you're operating from that model, are you going to get paid? Do you know exactly when you're getting paid, and can you make it predictable? Because if you're getting cash in hand and you're waiting on a Friday, hoping that your clients turn up and pay you, it's not going to work. And you're probably experiencing that already. And even that, are you going to get paid enough?
No, that's it. Like, that's what I was going to say. Are you going to get paid enough? Because let's be honest, I mean, you're in that old model and you can't charge more. Well, you could, right? We could turn around and say, right, you're going to charge people £60, £70 an hour. What do you think is going to happen in your business? You're going to have to completely switch avatar probably, because now your perfect customer that you had before is going to completely change.
Yeah.
Because their demographics is going to change.
So now you're going to have to figure out how to actually market to that other customer, market the different avatar, understand who that person is, what their wants and needs are, and how to attract them in, which you're already probably struggling with.
And by the way, when we say we're 4xing your hourly rate, we're not just telling you to just multiply it by 4 and start charging your current clients like £88 an hour.
Yeah.
That's not what this is about.
You can guarantee you'll have a very empty book pretty fast.
Yeah.
So are you in control of the hours that you work, or are they? Because if you're that personal trainer who is waiting every week at the with their diary out, asking your client, like, when do you want to book in next week?
Mm-hmm.
You're not in control.
Not at all.
They're in control. And this is your business. And if this is your business and you want to make this something long lasting, you need to be in control. It's you that should be dictating when your clients train. You should be dictating when you want to work.
Yeah.
And some people don't really see that. And what that does is it leaves you at beck and call constantly for your clients. So they're cancelling. I can't make it 6 a.m. Can you take me at 2 p.m. today? Or I can't make it at 2 p.m. I'll come in at 5 p.m. And you're constantly having to work your life around them. Why? Because you're in fear mode. Because you don't know when your next clients are going to come in. You've no predictability of your income. And that leaves you basically under their control.
And that's it. And I think that's what really got me. That basically my clients control my life.
Yeah.
So it had to stop, because I stopped loving the game. Passion just dropped very quickly.
And then you're getting pinged constantly on WhatsApp asking them. They're asking you questions. Can they have milk in their tea? Can they eat this? What about having low calorie that? All this stuff just is a stressor.
Yeah.
And it eventually compounds, and gets to the stage where you go, do you know what?
Yeah.
This just isn't worth it anymore.
Yeah.
You can't predict your income. You don't know what you're earning next month. You don't know what you're earning in 2 months' time. And you might be as well probably going and getting a job in Tesco's.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, that is a massive thing. If you're looking to get, I don't know, a mortgage even, like you can't predict any earnings. So what, are you going to have a house 1 month and then not have it in 2 months' time? You know, that's where it kind of is for a lot of people.
Yeah. And most guys and girls, like, they get to that burnout and they think, well, you know what? I'm better off just having a job because I have predictable income. I have security, and I wouldn't mind stacking shelves because I don't have to worry about X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But if you had a different system, if you were able to set your business up differently and you had predictable income and security and did something that you really loved and was fulfilling you, because I guarantee you're not going to feel fulfilled stacking shelves in Tesco's. So this is why we work with people like yourselves who want to have a better career, who want to have a better income. And this is what we enjoy most, seeing how they make that transition and come out the other end.
So if you're still in this and that's you, then keep watching.
Yeah.
So in order to make money, because, well, that's what it comes down to a lot of time, in order to save time, which massively you need to change if you're in that old model. And in order to improve results, things have to change.
Yeah. So what has to change? So number one, the 1-to-1 model has to change. It is simply broken. If you want to hit 10K a month or more, as you've seen from how we've did up our hours and what you would need to do and how many hours you need to work, it's not going to happen.
No.
It's just not going to happen. So the model has to change because it's just physically not possible for you to do that.
And by the way, our model, I see better results out of the back of it too. So this works not just for you, but for the client as well. So
Yeah.
get that into your head as well.
Oh, for sure. Client results are far, far better.
This is an upgrade to the system for both of you.
Yeah. You need better systems. You need to be able to create predictable income because cash isn't always king. At the end of the day, it can't be cash, stash, because you're not running an effective business that way. So we need to have better systems that are going to allow you to be in control and going to get you to a position that you can predict your income over the next 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, so you don't have to stand with your hand out,
Yeah.
basically. Something that's more automated and collecting cash for you.
Number 3 is you need more free time to get better client results, which improves retention and overall revenue. So if you're not getting clients results, clients are leaving. And if clients are leaving, you're constantly trying to fish for more clients, which isn't building the business. You're just trying to replace people. But if you're getting better client results and people are happier, it improves retention, which means they stick around for longer and your overall revenue improves off the back of that.
Yeah, and I would say if you're in that 1-to-1 model, you can't improve clients' results because you have no time to work outside the hour. So what that means is, most of the client results I've gotten hasn't just been from the 3 hours I've spent with them in the gym.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot more that goes on outside that. There's a lot of connecting with them, and I'm not saying it's pinging through WhatsApp either. There's a lot of automation can be built in for this,
Yeah.
and because you're saving yourself time on the floor, you have more time for that.
Yeah, and then when we do make that change, we need to learn how to market ourselves better, learn how to market the new model better and your product better. And it is crucial because, again, there's going to be a transition. There's going to be a change there.
Yeah.
And if we're talking to one person about one thing and what you've usually done before, then trying to change that around is going to take something different. It's going to take a wee bit more knowledge in marketing. It's going to take a wee bit more knowledge in, again, systems, and it's going to take a wee bit more knowledge in terms of sales as well too. So how you are bringing people into the system, are you bringing them in effectively? Is it seamless? And what is that client experience like?
Yeah, and when you realize and you're clear that this system is better, then it becomes clear in your marketing because we are that way. People understand and people know when you're talking online what your system's like without even being in it, just by the way you're talking about it. Simply that.
Yeah. And then last but least, you need to create an overall vision and a long-term goal for your business. So we speak to a lot of personal trainers, a lot of gym owners. And when we speak to them and we talk about their goals and what they want to do in the next 2 to 3 years, it runs a blank. They don't know. They don't know what they want to earn. They don't know where they want to be. And they don't have an overall vision or plan for what their business is going to be like in the next 3, 4, 5 years. And what that does, I suppose, is it causes confusion, it causes boredom, it causes you to want to give up. Why? Because you're not going in a direction. You haven't got a real clear-cut path. So you're always going to feel like you're chasing your tail, which again comes back to the burnout again.
And funny, personal trainers are the best people at setting physical goals.
Yeah.
We're goal-orientated people. Yet when it comes to the business, we don't bother.
No.
We just take what we get.
So we see a lot of times.
Yeah.
We see a lot of personal trainers. And a lot of this, again, comes down to beliefs. So like when we speak to guys, they say, well, do you want to earn 10K a month? Is it 15K a month? Or what is it? What do you want to earn?
Yeah.
There's a lack of belief there, which is another reason why the goal isn't set in the first place. It's a limiting belief. They don't believe that they can do 10K. Why? Because they're following the wrong model.
Yeah.
So when they're shown different ways, strategies, tools, and how to implement this new system, then the belief comes. Then those limiting beliefs go, and then they set bigger visions and long-term goals.
And funny with Elevate and the crew that we have, when someone steps into that system, it gives them belief. It's like they borrow the belief off the other people in it because they've done it.
Yeah.
So they know that they can do it. It becomes more believable because let's be honest, most personal trainers didn't come from possibly a job. They haven't transitioned from a job that was paying them 10K a month. They've usually transitioned from lower earning jobs and then they something that's now, well, this is like £500-600 a week. Wow, this is, and they think that that's cool and that's all they want to go to. But I'm telling you now, the people that's come in and borrow that belief, things change rapidly because of that shift in their paradigm, shift in their belief.
Yeah, and it's the community that you're in within Elevate as well too. And you get that belief because you see everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
They're hitting their targets, they're hitting goals, and they're hitting big numbers, just like some of these. So this is a couple of screen grabs. We know it doesn't look too fancy, but it's to give you an idea of some of the ones that come into our group every single week. So I wanted to mention Aveen, which is up in the top right here. She opened her studio. This was on Sunday. She sent it in. So she opened up her studio on Monday past, her last day of getting shit done. And then this is her at the bottom. Signed up another 2 clients yesterday, waiting on another 2 to sign up today, which should take my sales to 2K in my first week of opening. That's inside 3 months. We've taken Aveen from earning 2K, 2.5K a month as a personal trainer to opening up her own studio inside 3 months. And she's now doing 2K a month, which she's projecting 8K in her first month in a business, which is absolutely fantastic.
Guys, I think this is once from a week, over a week.
This
And
is a week.
This isn't like, we've been running this for a year now.
Yeah.
Like this isn't over a year, just to let you understand. And we don't have hundreds in the system either. So this isn't like a tiny percentage. This is what we're seeing constantly.
Yeah.
And we're just putting this up so you can understand and almost borrow the belief that it can happen. Yeah. It's not like, oh, we're showing off with some numbers here.
Yeah, so one guy there, his coaching was hitting 2,300 to 2,800 per month, and his gym was doing 1K a month. And you can see the total sales closed was 3,300. I asked this week, he says, yeah, my coaching was hitting 2,300. So in 1 week, he was doing 3,300, which is last week, he did 3,300 in sales, which is more in a week than what I was previously doing in a month. So again, like guys are coming in, seeing how this changes, seeing how the model that they were using and applying just wasn't working for them.
Yeah, guys, I just want to direct your attention up to the top left-hand corner here, because for me, this is the big one. This is what separates us from everyone else. Like this guy that is speaking here, that's writing this message, he's been with other mentors and he's already like, read it. Thanks for the check-in, Seamus. Honestly, it's stuff like this that makes you guys stand out as coaches. None of the others took this level of care and attention, and we didn't ask him for that. That's not a testimonial we pushed. It's just something he popped into the group.
Yeah, and what he's doing there is, again, it's reaffirming what we already know and believe, and why we get people results. Because when you come into our system, what we're here for is to push you to get those results. They change your model around and they see that you can do 10K or more, whatever you want to do, I suppose. It's going to come down to your drive, your ambition, and your desire. And when you see how our system works, then you can go and do that 10K quite easily.
So you can just scan around the other ones, 11 new clients in 7 days, most I've ever done. That's 3,600, another call tomorrow and one on Monday. Even the £1,000 package, the biggest one, because it's a high ticket package. They never sold that. I think their last package was like £200 or something.
Yeah.
And because we upgraded the system that they were using, it allowed them to have the belief that they were going to charge more money, and their self-worth went up as well,
Yeah.
which was a huge one.
Another guy there, so that call from earlier converted. She signed up to 400, bringing my total sales in 2 days to 1,175. Now that's in 2 days. That same guy wasn't doing anywhere near that over a month.
No.
He wasn't actually selling his packages.
No,
So when he's coming to our system, we've helped him repackage his offer, look at it differently, and show him how you can actually sell it.
Yeah. So guys, after watching all that and seeing firsthand what Elevate can do to transform a personal trainer's business, if you believe that you're the person that we were talking about in the first half of the video, then today is the day to reach out to us. Book a call now, speak to us in the next couple of days, and let's take a leap. Let's do it. Let's get your business going the way you want it to go. Okay guys, the link will be with this video, and as I say, do it. There is no risk. The call's free, and we'll talk to you and we'll talk you through the whole process. But if you're looking to transform your business, then do it now. Thanks guys.